Hello, my beautiful people. These are all my thoughts and opinions based on information out in the public domain. Please do your own research, and this is a forum just for fun. And to discuss topics, and see if you agree or disagree with me, whatever, So let's have fun. Before I start, if you are not subscribed to Trevor Colt, I suggest you do. He is a veteran. He managed to get royal assent, which is not easy. Royal assent is when the monarch approves a bill or law. And he fought just as hard as he did in combat as off the field. For the veterans, for well-being, and for all military men with issues, to improve their lives, to improve their well-earned benefits. So please go to Trevor Colt and do subscribe to him. He's a kick-ass guy, and he goes to show, because Harry now saying that he can't help the veterans because he doesn't have a title. You don't need a title to help anybody. You can help anybody with or without a title. A title only gives you an instant platform, which he took for granted, and him and his wife are now abusing or exploiting for their own financial gain. Okay, so now I want to talk to you a little bit about, I've gotten so many things saying to me, shame on you for making this about Meghan's skin color. I didn't make things about Meghan's skin color. She made it about her skin color, which is white. She made things about a heritage when there was nothing there. It's just like I told you, if you choose to look through color tinted glasses, your view is going to be distorted. And Meghan Markle, through Harry, because she was the one behind that statement that Prince Harry put at the very beginning of their relationship, or whatever that was, saying, oh, leave my girlfriend alone, you're being racist. First of all, nobody knew who she was. Nobody even knew she had any race other than white in her. So many of you are telling me, why are you doing that? Why are you going after? Shame on you, Paula. I'm not. Meghan Markle is the one who used race as a weapon to slander people, to divide people, not to unify anybody. Because usually when two races get together and they procreate, it's something for unity, to unify people. You know what I mean? Whereas she has used it to slander and damage the reputation of other people. She has used it to incite hatred, while at the same time completely disowning any part of her Black heritage. She is furious that she has any Black heritage at all. This is a woman right now, this is very ridiculous, because they had this, Meghan Markle and Harry were the first to contribute to the whitest parade, Christmas parade. And they call it charity parade. These are a bunch of rich people in a very wealthy gated neighborhood going around and calling it a parade, and they're very exclusive thing. I looked at the Christmas parade. Not even a Latino there. And by the way, so the Montecito population is about 8,600 people. 91.2% of that is completely white. Then you have about 4.8 or 4.9 that are Asian. Then you have about 3%, 3 point something percent that are European mixed, and then you have a 1 point something percent, and then you have, it's only 0.49%. It's not even 1%. You don't even have 1% Black people. It's like 0.49% out of 100 that's Black. So we're talking about 39, 40 people in all over Montecito. And that's a stretch. That's a lot of people for such a white community. So Meghan Markle is there. Meghan Markle has refused, rejected, denounced, if you want to call it, anything that has to do with her Black heritage. She has made it about color. Just like Jussie Smollett, Smollett, the guy that claimed to me, she's just as guilty as Justice Smollett, because she claimed something, falsely claimed, which is a racial crime. She claimed that because if you are racist towards somebody, that is a crime. You can be charged for that in a court of law, and then you can suffer civil consequences as well. Racial crime, discriminating against somebody, is a racial crime, which is what she accused the royal family and the monarchy of, which is, again, a false accusation, and she did it very publicly. She has gotten away with it because the royal family, who is the affected one, and Parliament, who is and the reason why Parliament is affected is because the monarchy is part of the government, of the UK government. The monarch is the head of state. So Harry and Meghan Markle accused very publicly the monarchy, the institution, the staff, the employees, of racial abuse towards her and her unborn child, to the point that she felt that she wanted to end her life. So this is why I'm talking about race, because this is a woman who's made it about that, falsely made it about that. A white woman with biracial, with mixed heritage, who has made everything now about that, while at the same time wanting nothing to do with this black heritage. Meghan Markle didn't go to Africa or Jamaica or whatever her family's from, her black side of the family's from. No, she went to Malta. And why did she go to Malta? Not because her family's Maltese Mediterranean, no. Because her great-grandparents migrated from the United Kingdom to Malta in search of a better life. Okay? So, but they were as white as they come. Irish, I think they were. I mean, white. And she went looking and investigating more about her white heritage. She has never gone to search for her black heritage. Her black uncle, who used to babysit her and, was part of her life, died. And to this date, she has not sent his condolences or anything about that. Meghan Markle wants to forget there's any form that she considers is diminishing her from her whiteness. Because that's what it is. That's what it is. Many people have said, oh, Paula, you are criticizing her for marrying a completely white guy. Well, first of all, Harry is of mixed race. If anybody knows anything about the royal family, they would know that there have been 2 black queen consorts. They would know that. You know what I mean? So Harry already has a black blood in his veins. He just looks as white. I'm sure his son looks as white as Harry, even though his grandmother is black or half black or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm not making it about race. I am criticizing Meghan Markle because she has lied. She has weaponized race. Now, let me tell you something. There's this Bozy guy who's saying now on Twitter, oh, people are dehumanizing Meghan Markle because they're criticizing her for being her. No. Now calling out her lies and her slandering behavior, her attacks, because Meghan Markle is the kind of woman who will suddenly punch you in the face. And if you retaliate to protect yourself, oh, how dare you defend yourself? How dare you? How dare you defend yourself from my attacks? My unprovoked attacks. I just decided to punch you in the face. And if you don't take it, and in spite of that, you go to the police and accuse me, how dare you? How dare you? I'm going to lie. I'm going to slander you. I'm going to collaborate in this huge platform that I suddenly have thanks to my husband's family. And I'm going to slander my closest member of the family, say the worst possible lies about them, discredit them as much as they can. And if they defend themselves, how dare they? That's Meghan Markle. This is a woman who is a slanderer. And this Bozy guy is now saying that to call her out. This, in my opinion, Meghan Markle should be in jail. Because the only reason why she's not in jail is because Parliament hasn't followed up on her accusations about racism. That's why. That's the only reason. Because if Parliament were to call her out and say, okay, lady, accusing an institution of that kind of racism publicly, because it created and incited hatred towards the monarchy and the royal family, elevating the threat level even higher because of her false accusations. If Parliament had followed through, because in any case, when an institution or a company or organization is accused publicly of that racism, there is an investigation, and a very public one. And if I already told you many times that in the United Kingdom, it is against the law to use the race card to get out of a crime or to slander anybody. It is a criminal offense. And I've given you the samples of them. I left you the links of actually the cases where people have been convicted of that. So the reason why Meghan Markle is walking free right now is because Parliament has decided not to follow up on those false accusations, very public false accusations she made. The bullying investigation, it has to be investigated, and it cannot be private. It cannot be private because the staff that she bullied was not personal staff. It was staff financed by the taxpayers in the United Kingdom. And the monarchy is not a family farm. It is a government institution. And the staff that's working for them, even though they were hired by the by the specific family members, they are paid by the UK taxpayer. So it cannot be a private investigation, and it's taking now too long. I have worked in HR, and I can tell you that all you need to do is get the people who involved, and you sit them and say, okay, tell me what happened here and there. I am sure by now that they have all the interviews needed from the people that those things happened. Meghan Markle and Harry were not there for years and years and years, and their behavior was outrageous enough. Their behavior was really outrageous, and not only Meghan. Harry, because Harry enabled Meghan to be a bully, to continue being a bully. So I don't know what the royal family is waiting for. So when I'm not making it about race, Meghan Markle is making it about race. And she's inciting hatred towards people. And at the same time, she doesn't want anything to do with the Black community. So the Black community, the people who write to me those hateful emails, she doesn't want you. Why didn't they do a charity thing with the Black community? No, nothing. So this is why. And again, I don't have a problem with Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is meaningless to me. But somebody using it. Let me tell you something. I can guarantee you that Oprah Winfrey, if she had an employee and this employee goes around accusing her of things. So you imagine if one of Oprah's employees wants to, let's say a CEO, wants to retain the title of she fires him or whatever, or they quit. And then they go saying, I still work for Oprah. I'm the chief financial officer. So please go to the royal family website or social media accounts and tell them to please remove Harry from the royal website and to ban him from using all his titles except for royal official engagements. Now, I want to ask you about something. Where is Doria? Where is Doria? Where is Doria? Any prior to Meghan Markle marrying Harry, Doria was not even on anybody's radar. This woman was working from paycheck to paycheck, hustling her way around. Now, no matter where you look on Google, she's $9 million rich. From what? She's $9 million, and then she's working for this cash only. It's like a retirement home. But cash only. And not only she's the CEO, she is the CFO and COO. For my people, you might not know what that is Chief Financial Officer and Chief Operating Officer. And she's the Chief Executive. She's everything in that company. And it's for cash only. Now, a lot of people have told me that Netflix or Oprah may have paid Meghan and Harry through Doria. Because the thing with these people is you never know what's happening with the money. Because you don't know what they do with the money. To date, they still haven't fully justified the money they received from the Royal Foundation. And Charities Commission has refused to pursue it. Instead of saying, they admit that there's something shady. If you admit that there's something shady, don't you think that it is your duty to investigate further? If somebody says, okay, yeah, they received the money, the Royal Foundation did their duty. They transferred the money in good faith for what they thought it was going to be to another charitable organization to use for charity. And yet, this money has been dispersed and it hasn't been properly accounted for. And that's the end of the investigation. Why aren't they following it up? And then we have these millions suddenly appear in Doria's bank account. And in this cash only charity retirement home donations. Now, many of you have asked me what I think of Jean Gasho. I think that's her name. I don't have any opinion on her. I think this is a stupid melodrama created by a crazy woman. I'm sorry. I don't feel any sorry for anybody like her. I don't. You know, I think she's creating this drama for publicity, and I'm not going to comment further than that. And before I close, you know, on my Alec Baldwin video, there's another thing many of you have asked me, because Alec Baldwin said, oh, I didn't know what happened to her for 45 minutes to an hour. Let me tell you something. I have shot plenty of guns. If something goes off unexpectedly, you drop it. You drop the gun. Oh shit, you know, what did I do? Because you're not expecting to fire. So that kind of weapon has a kick. That's a kick. So you would need to really be thinking of holding that gun to not let it drop when it kicks. So if he didn't plan on the accident, if it was accidental and it went off, the most you can't help it. It's a reflex. It's a reflex. It's like when they bump your knee, you know, when you go to the doctor and he hits your knee and then he goes up. It's a reflex, something like that, because that weapon, the one that he had, is very powerful, guys. It's very old fashioned. It doesn't have a lot of cushioning. So something like that, that gun goes off in your hand accidentally, you drop it to the floor. You drop it to the floor. Now, he dropped the gun to the floor. Everybody around it, the woman went down within seconds. You see blood was seeping through the floor. And what does he do? You know that he didn't do anything. We know now for a fact that he didn't reach out to her. Everybody in the world knew that something had happened. And let me tell you something really fishy too. When the gun went off, they called the armorer who was outside. Because, you know, they didn't even let the armorer in. He broke the law. He killed her. He killed her. And it's my opinion that the only reason why they hired an armorer was to fulfill a requirement. But they weren't really paying attention to her at all. And they were doing whatever the hell they wanted to. So they could legally say, yeah, we have an armorer because we have weapons and we're supposed to have one. Now that the shit hits the fan, he's hiding like a coward. The FBI had to seize his phone because he didn't want to give the phone. So him and his wife are disgusting, and he killed Alina. He should be behind bars, not driving around enjoying his Christmas, because God knows that Alina's family is not enjoying this Christmas. That wonderful lady's family is not enjoying the Christmas this year. It's one of the worst Christmas they will ever have. Okay? So leave me your comments, and if you like my videos, please, you help me quite a lot by sharing, liking, and subscribing, guys. You know, you're not doing that. So anyways, I am complete. My son is here. Well, he went out with a buddy right now, but I am so happy he's here. I'm sorry my eyes are red, but I have allergies. I haven't been able to shake them. So yeah, and Meghan Markle, you know, I don't care what Meghan Markle does. I do care when the Duchess of Sussex, using the title for a monarchy, an institution which represents me, is using it to exploit for her own financial thing, while trashing the very same monarchy that does a lot of good for a lot of us, you know, and that we love and care for. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Alec, about Doria? Where do you think her $9 million come from? You know, yeah, I mean, it's disgusting, and I'm not making this about race. She made it about race. Anyways, leave me your comment, guys. Bye-bye.